I mean, looking at this, we're looking at this depth chart right now. Let's start at the receivers because that's the top of the list right now. But Devontae Adams at the number 1, wide receiver 1. That's a given, right? Down here is Hunter Renfrow. Their backups right after. Matt Collins and Keelan Cole are 2 guys that have been getting a lot of praise and practice and whatnot. Matt Collins, for the most part, has been getting a lot of praise, and he's a guy that I've told the rest of the Raidernation I'm really excited to watch this year. And Derek Carr has come out and said that Matt Collins is a wide receiver that can do it all. He's a big body receiver and whatnot. But you got other guys in there, Keelan Cole, a new guy that we just brought in. We got Tyron Johnson, another guy. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
He basically a speedy receiver, man. And he's a guy to look out for, too. And another guy I'm really excited to watch in this game. You got DeMarcus Robinson here, DJ Turner, Isaiah Zuber, Dylan Stoner, and Justin Hall. So as far as the wide receivers, who are you excited to watch? I mean, I know we're not going to see Hunter Renfrow and Devontae Adams too much in the preseason, but out of these other guys, is there anybody that really sticks out to you?
Keelan Cole. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I mean, not wide receiver wise, but Isaiah Polamau or whatever.
Yeah, the Oos. Yeah.
The Oos.
We'll get to him though. But out of the receivers, you say your guy is Keelan Cole, right?
Yeah, I want to see how he gets down. I mean, I like him overall, and we'll see how he connects with Carr, and we'll see what kind of damage he does during preseason.
Yeah, and Derek Carr said that he's really excited to play with each and every one of these guys, and he's had something nice to say about most of these guys. And out of these wide receivers, for me, Tyron Johnson, a.k.a. T. Billy, that's his nickname. That's what everybody said. I don't know why, but he's a guy that I feel like can be the Henry Ruggs replacement with the speed that he has.
He's pretty quick.
He's been getting a lot of praise in training camp, so he's a guy that I'm going to keep a close eye on during the preseason as well. But there's a lot of other guys like I named before. Now, going to the offensive line, the starting offensive line that they have on paper right now at left tackle, Colton Miller, I think that's a given. Yeah. We met the big Oos, remember? That dude is tall
like
as hell.
6'8" or something.
Hell yeah, makes everybody look small. But Colton Miller, I think that's a given. Left tackle, okay. I feel like the only 2 positions on the offensive line that should be solid is center and left tackle. Colton Miller and Andre James. Yeah. Those are the 2 guys I feel like should be solidified. Everybody else, it's all over the place right now. There's a lot of people that everybody's been talking about. But moving over inside to the left guard position, they got John Simpson starting, at least for in here. And then they got Andre James, Lester Cotton starting at right guard, and then Alex Leatherwood at right tackle. For me, I'm surprised that they have Alex Leatherwood starting at right tackle right now. He's a guy that's been kind of like going up and down the depth chart right now. Everybody's been talking about it. But to actually start at right tackle, I've heard a lot about Brandon Parker starting. Yeah. But they have Brandon Parker starting right after him with the second strings, and then Thayer Mumford is another guy that I've heard a lot about. But this offensive line, I know you're looking on paper. We see the rookie Dylan Parham at left guard being the backup. But one guy that's really intriguing to see, like I said, is Alex Leatherwood for me. Yeah. I'm just surprised. I'm just to watch. Yeah, I'm just surprised to see him on there. But one guy I am looking forward to watching during preseason out of this whole offensive lineman group is Dylan Parham, the rookie. Yeah, I want to see how well he fares. So offensive line, there's a lot of questions going into there. We'll move on after that, but tight ends, obviously, Darren Waller, number 1.
Beast.
Top 3 tight end, not 2 or 3. But you have Foster Moreau, and then you got Nick Bowers, Jesper Horsted, and Jacob Hollister. And then you got Cole Fotheringham. That's how you say his name. Fotheringham, I guess so. But I feel like the tight end room is solid as well.
Fotheringham or Feringham?
Fotheringham.
Fotheringham.
But Fotheringham is there. So, I mean, that Nick Bowers, Jesper Horsted, and Jacob Hollister are probably going to be the 3 people fighting for that tight end 3 position. Moving on from there, we already talked about the wide receivers. Quarterback, Derek Carr is going to start. Yeah. There's unless something happens, knock on wood, Derek Carr is going to be our starting quarterback. Yeah. But the battle is going to be between, I feel like, quarterback 2 and quarterback 3. You got Jarrett Stidham and Nick Mullins. Out of these 2 quarterbacks, who do you think is going to win that QB2 battle?
I like Nick Mullins, man. I mean, for a second stringer, he's a beast. Yeah, I've seen him. He was over there at Frisco. He was a beast at Frisco, and then he went to was it the Browns?
Yeah, the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns. He did good over there, especially when what's his name got injured.
Baker Mayfield. Yep.
Yeah, I see Nick Mullins being number 2.
Yeah, and Nick Mullins is that guy. He's that quarterback that you want to have when your quarterback does go down.
You can count on him.
You can count on him to hold up at least to get a dub and whatnot. And I mean, we learned the tough way when we played them the last time in San Francisco. Was it San Francisco? This dude tore us up. It sucks for me to say it, but it's true though. But for me, I feel like I'm really excited to see Jarrett Stidham, and I feel like he could be the guy to back up Derek Carr. He played for the Patriots. I mean, he knows Josh McDaniels and this offensive scheme and whatnot. Maybe he takes the edge over Nick Mullins. So for me, I guess I got to go with Jarrett Stidham. Obviously, you're going with Nick Mullins, but it's going to be a QB battle to really watch out for. Yeah. I'm excited for that, though. Running back is a little bit interesting because I know that the Raiders are not going to be running just one running back like John Gruden did, just running Josh Jacobs down everybody's throats and getting them tired and all that, getting them injured and whatnot. It's going to be more of a running back by committee. So more running backs going to be taking the load off of Josh Jacobs, which I feel like we both believe he's going to have a great year this season. I feel like he's going to be more fresh when he gets in on the field and whatnot. But they got Josh Jacobs starting at the RB1 spot. Brandon Bolden as the RB2, which I feel like is kind of interesting to have him over Kenny and Drake. I
don't like that, but it is what it is.
I know. Like he came from the Patriots, so maybe he has a little bit of an edge over Kenny and Drake. Plus, Kenny and Drake has been dealing with a bit of injuries here and there, but he should be good to go week one. Good. Like we said earlier, we take this depth chart with a grain of salt. We're not gonna take it too seriously, but it is kind of interesting to see that Amir Abdullah, Zamir White, Britton Brown, and then Austin Walters, who we just picked up. But Zamir White is a name that I'm really excited to see out of this running back room. Obviously, we drafted him in the 4th round.
Yeah. What college did he play for again?
He played for the Bulldogs, the Georgia Bulldogs. So, I mean, he's been dealing with some injuries, too. He missed a lot of training camp, but he barely came back, I think, was it last Saturday? And we started seeing him just a little bit here and there. Hopefully, he's good to go. At least for this game or some of these preseason games, because I'm excited to see what he can do for this team. Obviously, fullback, we don't have to talk about that too much. Jacob Johnson or Jakob Johnson, that's how you say his name, is going to be our fullback. Defensive end is going to be interesting, man. You got Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, the 2 starters right there. Cleveland Farrell and Jerry Green. He's stepping up, and a lot of people are talking good about him in camp as well. You got Malcolm Kuntz, a 3rd stringer with Deshaun Bauer. Ooh, so you see number 69?
Number 69.
I think that's an O's right there. Myron Tagovailoa Amosa.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was 2 Usos we recruited this year.
Oh, damn, man. Shout out to the O's. Yeah. I ain't going to lie. I didn't even know you was on the squad.
To the O's.
To the O's Nation. You know what I mean? But, yeah, you got Myron on there. Okay, and then Zach. I'm not going to say his last name. But our defensive end squad, we already know that Max Crosby, Chandler Jones about to fuck shit up this year. But for me, I guess, like, looking at what Jerry Green can do in the preseason is going to be interesting for me. For you, anybody on this list that you really, or it's just...
I want to see the Usos. I'm always rooting for the Usos, you know what I'm saying? So
same here.
I'm looking forward, and, hopefully he comes out and shines and gets to earn his way up, up the charts, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, the more Usos, the better for us, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Got to show a lot of love to our peoples, man.
To the culture.
To the culture. For the culture, you know what I mean? We go inside to the defensive tackle position, and they got Bilal Nichols and Andrew Billings. Now the parentheses, okay. So the people that are in the parentheses, I guess they're on the reserve or the COVID list. So I'm guessing that Bilal Nichols isn't even going to play. Oh, yeah, he's been injured for these past couple of so he's not going to be in. But Andrew Billings is there, and it looks like Cal Peco, Tyler Lancaster, and Kendall Vickers might be the next couple of people to fight for that defensive tackle spot, I guess, in preseason for now. Obviously, Cal Peco is another Uso that we're all expecting to watch and root for and whatnot. I don't know how his camp's been looking. I haven't heard too much about it, but I hope he balls out. Yeah. We're really slim right now at the defensive tackle position, but we'll see how they do in preseason. We move on to the linebacker position. Outside linebacker, we got Divine Diablo, Jayon Brown, Kenny Young, and Luke Masteron. So as the outside linebackers, we only got Divine Diablo, Jayon Brown, Kenny Young, because most of the guys that we did have are injured right now, right?
Yeah.
Out for the season, yeah. We talked about it earlier. Kyler Fackrell and I just talked about Micah Kaiser.
There we go.
Yeah, Micah Kaiser. Those are guys that provide depth on the chart, and they're not going to be playing or for the whole season. And we have such a small group right now. I know we just signed what's his face, Curtis
Curtis Bolton.
Curtis Bolton.
He's a diehard Raider fan growing up.
Yeah. I just talked about it earlier today too. Like I seen his tweet. He lifelong Raider fan.
For me, reading that, I hope he comes out and he just balls up. His game just levels up because he's playing for his.
For his team, man. And I got a lot of love for people that come and want to play for the Raiders and that grew up Raider fans. It just makes it much more meaningful. Yeah. Like I said that earlier.
More passionate for them.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got a lot of guys on the team that
are Raider fans.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, freaking
Devontae Adams. So these are guys that
I feel like the energy is going to be different this year because you got fans, players that grew up fans playing for their favorite team as a childhood team. So
exactly,
I feel like the energy is going to be unique and different this year.
Exactly, and looking at this roster right now, I know we're a bit slim right now at the linebacker position, at least at the outside linebacker position. But Divine Diablo and Jayon Brown are two guys to really look out for that I'm excited to watch. As far as the middle linebacker position, you got Denzel Perriman, you got Darren Butler again, who's been showing out. He's a name that I just learned this past weekend that a lot of people have been hyping up. And then you got Curtis Bolton there. So I don't see us playing Denzel Perriman at all. I mean, he's going to be our number one middle linebacker. Yeah. Balled out for us last year, had Pro Bowl season. So, I mean, of course he's going to be a guy to look out for. Darren Butler is going to be one of my guys to look out for, too. Looking at the cornerback position, no Trayvon Mullen, but we still got some other guys there. Nate Hobbs, I've heard, has been doing really good at the outside. You got Rock Sin, you got Amik Robertson, Anthony Averett, Crevon LeBlanc, Darius Phillips, Chris Jones, Isaiah Brown, and then some other guys that are injured. I guess out of this list, I mean, who are you looking forward to seeing
Nate
preseason?
Hobbs, I mean, last year he was a beast, bro. For him was he the rookie last year?
He was a rookie last year, yeah.
So Nate Hobbs, he held it down for being a rookie. I'm looking to see what he does in year two.
And it's funny because Nate Hobbs was a guy I didn't even know much about going into the season.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing a lot of hype from him going into the season, and then in preseason he balled out.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you know what? Maybe it's because he's playing some not so good talent in preseason.
But during the regular season.
But during the regular season, and playing at the slot is not easy, too. Yeah. But he held up his own. Had almost like a Pro Bowl season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, I got to agree with
this is the year. It's for him, at least. I mean, we're going to see if he's solid, continues what he did last year, which I believe he will.
Yeah,
as long as he doesn't drink and drive.
I know that he had some things to deal with. I know there was some things that he had to deal with this offseason, but for the most part, he's good to go for this season, and I'm really excited to see that. Obviously, Rock Sin, a guy that we traded for, has been getting some hype too. But we move on to the safety position. The starting free safeties, they have Trayvon Merrick at free and Jonathan Abram at strong. Those are given. I mean, shout out to Trayvon Merrick and Jonathan Abram. But you got Darren Harmon and Roderick Teamer backing them up, and Tyreek Gillespie. You got Matthias Farley and the Oos, Isaiah Polamau. The Oos. Shout out to the Oos, man. So those are our safeties right there. I mean, I guess for me, one guy to really look out for, especially during preseason, is Daron Harmon, a guy that we just brought in. He played for the Patriots, but I heard that he might even start over Jonathan Abram. So, like I said, this list might not be as accurate, but the Oos Isaiah, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him ball out in preseason. He wasn't drafted. He was undrafted.
Undrafted out of USC, yes, sir.
I want to see him ball out and make a statement, the Raiders. I mean, it's the USO, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go for the culture.
And looking at our specialists right now, punter is going to be A.J. Cole. Daniel Carson is going to be our kicker. A.J. Cole is going to be, what's the H?
Where?
H on A.J. Cole. Oh, Holder. It's Holder. Yeah. I'm over here what's the H? Okay, yeah, A.J. Obviously, he's the Holder. Long snapper, Trent Sieg. Kick returner and punt returner. For kick returner, they got Amir Abdullah, who's always been a good returner. Hunter Renfrow, a punt returner. See, one thing is, I love Hunter Renfrow, but I don't want to see him returning punts,
Yeah.
I would like to see Tyron Johnson there as a punt returner at least. I feel like he can be that guy that we need as a returner. Who knows? Looking at that whole depth chart, it is interesting to see, especially the first actual one of the season, because it just means that Raiders football is coming real soon. It's right around the corner. So, I mean, that was a solid depth chart to look at and whatnot. But with that said, this is your boy, Samoa Raider, and
Mr. Fitz. Y'all know what it is. Raiders, bitch.
All right, Raidernation. We're out.